Right now, a brand new Arizona's Family original with David Archuleta.
Is it really just another crush? Do you catch a back when I look at you?
The pop star opens up about faith, fame, and freedom to be himself.
We were not supposed to even talk about that or even think about it. Buckle up.
Then, in the chat,
they want the guests that they invite to pay for the whole day. The cake, the dress, the whole nine.
a test of friendship or just cheap? You weigh in on wedding money woes. Plus, that was epic.
That Was Epic is all about helping the community, helping your family, helping yourself.
Influencer Juan Gonzalez on giving back to his millions of followers. All that and so much more on this episode of Arizona's Family Original with me, Yetta Gibson.
All day, all night, and forever. I think of all the ways that we can be together. All right, let's apply the pressure. I don't think I ever wanted to stop.
All right, there he is. You know him as a teenage singer, songwriter, capturing the hearts of viewers on season 7 of American Idol. And now, 16 years later, 16 years, David Archuleta is sitting down with us. And Simone got the scoop on this one. I love him, and I've loved him for years.
Oh my goodness, he was such a nice guy. So nice to sit and chat with him. He opened up about his career, his sexuality, and even his departure from the Mormon church. Check it out. David Archuleta, welcome to Arizona's Family Original.
Thank you, Simone.
We're so happy
Good
to
to
have
be with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for
I love that we're
sitting down
both
with us.
like brighter colors today too.
We're feeling the bright Phoenix sun.
Yes, yeah, we are.
No stranger to the Western United States, David grew up in Utah, his career starting at the ripe age of 10 years old, winning local talent competitions, even the junior version of Star Search.
First up, from Sandy, Utah, meet David Archuleta.
Then, in 2007, David's life was about to change.
San Diego, where you actually auditioned for Idol.
Yes.
So does that feel
Oh
like a full
gosh,
circle?
You did your homework. Wow.
I had to.
I remember waiting 2 days in line. There was like tens of thousands of people there auditioning. I'm like, wow, for whatever reason, I stood out because there are a lot of good singers there.
David's charm and talent capturing the hearts of the judges. Not just going, but soaring, making it all the way to the final round. The winner of that season turned out to be David Cook. The runner-up, but the 16-year-old still a winner as his Idol run kicked off his illustrious career.
Do you ever think when you're all alone?
Shortly after Idol, David's first single, Crush, debuted at #2 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, selling more than 2 million copies and going platinum.
For whatever reason, I connected to the audience at that point too, and I'm just really grateful. I'm thankful for the journey I've had, that I still get to do what I do, and that I feel like I've been able to grow as a performer.
His career skyrocketing, but behind closed doors, young David was struggling with his sexuality.
What has that journey been like for you?
I grew up very religious, very conservative, and that was a big, big part of everything in my life.
David and his family, former members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, strictly following the way of the church.
So I'm like, like I was told like a boy marries a girl, but like I'm still like in elementary school, but I'm like, when people are talking about their crush and I'm like having feelings for a boy.
David spent many years in denial, trying anything to feel differently.
I thought by getting engaged to a girl, it would fix it. And so I tried that. And then I tried it again, and then I tried it again. And after that, I was like, okay, I think I just have to accept that this is how I am. I thought I was a failure.
In 2021, David made the difficult decision to come out publicly.
But then I realized, well, what if it's okay for me to be how I am?
Do you think about the young people out there and, you know, how they see you and maybe use you as inspiration?
I get messages, I get letters, I get DMs from people who still are navigating their sexuality, and they're like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know who to talk to. And my mom, she didn't accept my choice of coming out either. It's kind of interesting because it's like, you're not choosing, they think you're suddenly choosing to be gay or queer or bi or whatever. And it's like, actually, I've had to hide it this whole time, and now I'm just finally coming out and saying, letting you know, this is what I've always had to, this is how I've always been.
Then in the fall of 2022, David revealed he was stepping away from the church altogether, a decision he knew would not sit well with his religious mother.
If I would run, would I let you down?
So you wrote a song called Hell Together, inspired
Yeah.
by
Okay,
that.
I didn't know if I could say that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so beautiful. And just how important was that for you to write? And was it kind of like therapeutic for you to get that song out and produce that music?
When I announced that I left the church, I didn't hear from her for a few days. And so I thought, oh, she's pissed off. Like, I don't know what my relationship with my mom is gonna look like at this point, because the church was everything for her, just like it was everything for me. And my mom thought by rejecting me, she's like, I love you, but I love God more. I can't accept this. She thought that it would help me to change back. And over time, you know, like a year into it, she realized, oh, this is how David actually is, and he's actually happier, and he's a brighter person now, and he has love, so much more love for himself. How can this be a bad thing? So hopefully talking about my journey of my mom accepting me will help other families see, like, you can support them and it will turn out to be okay.
It's kind of like twofold, right? Because you're navigating your own personal struggles and then also being a celebrity.
Well, I think it definitely made me feel like I couldn't hide anything. Now, like, I had to come out in front of everybody. I had to leave my religion in front of everybody. And now I am like trying alcohol for my first time, and I'm going to EDM festivals and raves in front of everybody. Like, I'm in my 30s now doing that, and everyone's watching.
Watching and loving it.
You know, growing up religious, we were like, going out and clubbing is a big no-no. But now I get to do, I'm like, this is amazing. It's so fun.
Yeah.
David amassing a huge following, gaining 1.2 million followers on TikTok.
If you could go back in time and talk to teenage David and tell him everything that was going to happen over the next 20 years,
Oh my gosh.
what do you think he would say? And do you think he'd be proud of where you are now?
Oh, he'd probably be confused, because he'd be like, what? You're out now? We were not supposed to even talk about that or even think about it. If we were able to like have a talk like you and I are having right now, he'd probably be like, oh, okay. Like, he'd be able to come, because he's a very anxious person. He still is. But like nervous, like, I don't know about this.
What advice would you even give teenage David when he was standing outside in line in San Diego? Like,
buckle up.
Yeah, your life is about to take off.
Don't worry too much about quitting the job you have right now. And I was so worried about audition. I'm like, if I go and audition, I might lose my job. Like, that was the worry that 16-year-old David had. So it's like, you know what? Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, you'll have other job opportunities.
Yeah.
Those opportunities including a new book set to be released this year.
It's kind of wild, because it talks about American Idol. It talks about growing up religious and then like coming out and what all of that was like.
David hoping by sharing his story through both words on the page and lyrics he sings that he can help someone out there who may be on a similar path.
What do you want your legacy to be?
I guess I just want people to feel like they were able to feel a little more seen, a little more relieved from the stresses and cares of the world. Whether that's to feel like they're not alone in those struggles, or to just have a little escape.
He is such a sweetheart.
Boy, has he come a long way since American Idol.
I know.
And I love the fact that he's putting that out there, because there are a lot of people who are going to love this story and feel inspired to do exactly what he did if they were struggling in the same way.
Setting such a good example.
Yeah.
He is writing that book. He's very busy. He's putting out new music. In fact, his newest single called Creme Brulee is coming out in just a few days on March 21st.
Great story, Simone. Thank you. Coming up,
They don't want any gifts.
in the chat, we are talking money and weddings. Your thoughts on paying for someone else's wedding. And YouTube star Juan Gonzalez.
I was knocking on strangers' doors as a bank robber, all masked up.
From social experiments and pranks, he dishes on building an epic online empire. All that still coming up on this episode of Arizona's Family Original with me, Yetta Gibson. All right, it's time for In the Chat. And in this portion of the show, as you know, we take you through some hot headlines. Simone is back to join us in the chat. But first, I had to bring the topic online. Watch.
Hey guys, okay, this one is a good one. Come listen to this. I read an article about a couple getting married. They plan to have a small ceremony, but they want the guests that they invite to pay for the whole day. The cake, the dress, the whole nine. Before you say anything, they don't want any gifts. No gifts, just money. The only reason why we know about this story is because one of their invited guests took to social media to ask, hey, is this okay? Not a good friend. Would you just donate? Do you think it's tacky? What do you think?
All right, so the answers to this one, pretty split, Simone. A lot of people giving grace to the couple saying, I would do that for a good friend or family member. It's like a reverse wishing well. And I would do it and consider that their wedding gift. Meanwhile, others of you thought it was pretty tacky, saying almost as tacky as someone who started a GoFundMe for their wedding, and definitely tacky. You can always go to the courthouse to make it official. So, Simone, you've gone to quite a few weddings. Maybe you're going to have one soon.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying.
I've been to too many weddings. I've been to more weddings than I would like to go to.
What say you on this topic?
At first, my jump reaction was tacky.
Yeah.
But then the more I thought, why? Well, you're choosing to pursue this endeavor of not only marriage, but we know it's the venue, the string lights, the florals, like you want that. We don't want that, you know? So my first thought was, well, if that's what you want, why are you making us pay for it? But when you bring up, they don't want a gift.
They don't want a gift. It's in lieu of the gift.
And usually, you know, I don't know what everyone else's rule of thumb is, but I usually at least cover the cost of my plate for my gift. So if I know we're going to a nice venue and that dinner's gonna be like $150, $200, that's what you're getting from me for a gift.
Oh man, whoa, so you're kind of split on it as well. My thing is I would do it because if that's what you want in lieu of a gift, then fine.
Yes.
I mean, I get it though, I get it, but it doesn't bother me if that's what you're asking me for.
Totally. If you know that I'm not bringing you an envelope, you're not getting anything,
the registry,
you know,
nothing,
then we're good if that's what you want.
Okay, let's keep on this love topic. The comedian Chelsea Handler and actor Rafe Fiennes are spending a little time together. This is an unlikely couple. They were spotted hanging out after the Oscars, and what we'd likely think is an unconventional pairing, right? So we asked around the newsroom some other celeb couples that seem unlikely. Kylie Jenner, Timothy Chalamet, country star Kelsey Ballerini, and actor Chase Stokes. All right, so my question again, we're talking about love. We bring you in for love topics.
I love it.
Does love have a type? Do you think that you used to have a type and it's still going, or have you changed? Or would you date somebody like a Timothy Chalamet if he wasn't necessarily your type?
Well, yeah, because the first thing I think of about type is I like a tall man, right? So I don't think Timothy's that tall. I think he's on the shorter side, right?
He is.
Another person that came to mind that I forgot to let our producers know about, Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater, her Wicked co-star, who was SpongeBob on Broadway. She has no type. This girl has no type.
Is he also a little guy?
He's on the shorter side, but we love our short kings.
Yes, yes.
This is nothing against short kings.
So would you do it? Like, what if all the tall guys were awful to you, and you're like, okay, I'm going to give this one more shot, and he's like 4'11", and he's like, Simone, I will treat you like a princess.
They say love is blind,
That's right.
You know?
They have a show about it.
I know. I would like to think that. It's funny because when we were talking about these couplings, Kelsey Ballerini actually DM'd Chase Stokes.
Oh, she
slid into his
DMs. Whoa.
And they've been together for like 2 years.
I say love is blind. I think you got to be with someone who's going to be nice to you and sweet to you, who's going to be a good partner overall. So that doesn't come with a tall, drink of water.
It's not always in a 6'4" package.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll bring you back in on some love topics, Simone.
Hey, how's it going? Can't find my wallet here. Let me see. Ah, here we go. Yeah, sure. You got a 50 if you want.
Oh my gosh, you see his face? Using a massive platform for good. Coming up, the content creator who you may run into right here in Phoenix, filming out of pocket, and I mean really out of pocket videos, but the purpose is to give back to you. We've got his story coming up.
I need to find him.
He's got a lot of money.
Right?
You had millions of YouTube followers. How would you use your platform? In tonight's Not Done Yetta, a guy here in the Valley is using it to give back, but in a way that makes waves and creates a bit of shock and chaos at first. His name is Juan, and he's making a living creating epic moments. Social media has not only changed how we interact, but it's created unique and lucrative ways for some to make a living. Let's take a tour through the house. In our very first episode last season, I introduced you to Big Dawes, an Arizona YouTuber whose prank videos made him so much money, he bought this massive production house. He hired a crew to produce his YouTube Gold. His channel still going strong today.
You hold my shoulders so they don't fall.
Oh my gosh.
So Aspen,
What's up?
what's your phone number?
Juan Gonzalez, also based in Arizona, had the same idea at first with his channel he calls That Was Epic.
That Was Epic is all about helping the community, helping your family, helping yourself, and yeah, giving back.
So let's talk about the beginnings when you were just doing it to get the clicks. What were some of the things?
Doing pranks. And once those started going viral, that's when we started doing givebacks because we had more money.
Juan's videos now catch fire online, not just because of his generosity, but because of how he goes all out to give back. The gas station situation was so much.
I would like $10,000 of gas.
A traffic backup, police, a mad dash for fuel as cars lined the streets for blocks. All of this a result of Juan's gas giveaway in Central Phoenix.
I knew it was going to be a big video.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was going to be that big.
Yeah. In this stunt, Juan announced to his then 1.3 million followers that he had prepaid $10,000 worth of gas at an Arco station, posting, "First come, first serve, no gas cans allowed. When you're filling up, please leave the pump on the ground for the next person so it doesn't reset." And just as he planned, the reaction was so epic, it topped not just Arizona news, but it made headlines in the New York Post and other outlets across the nation. And this is not as wild as his stunts get, believe it or not. Juan appears as a bank robber, pulling off epic money giveaways. Have you gotten in any trouble doing this, trying to be epic?
Yes. With one of the bank robber pranks we did, I was knocking on strangers' doors as a bank robber, all masked up. And I was actually just wondering if you can direct me to the nearest bank?
Go back onto Guadalupe.
We have this character where we call him the nice bank robber. I came earlier, I talked to your wife. She gave me directions to the bank. I just wanted to come and give you this because without you guys' help, I don't think I would have found it. He's a bank robber that gives away all the money he stole. And I was politely asking for directions to the bank, and then this couple called the cops. And for a second, we were in handcuffs. And but after everything got explained, of course, we were let go, and they just said to make sure not to do that again. May I kindly see your purse?
Juan says he gifted $20,000 in what he titled the reverse robbery giveaway, and it got 5.4 million views.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for helping me out.
Viral you've already done. What is the next goal?
International.
Okay, tell me how you want to do that.
So I just want to take the brand internationally and help people around the world.
Right, so it's always going to look a little sketch, but the goal is to always help people.
Yes, exactly.
So if you live in Phoenix or someplace internationally maybe, and something sounding too epic to be true pops up, there's a chance Juan could be behind it. Tell me about your one you're working on right now. I know you can't give me a lot of details, but you can't give me the title of it.
The title is going to be Everything at this Walmart is Free for 1 minute. Can't say much more.
Everything free
Well,
in
ask
Walmart
me,
for 1 minute?
Everything.
Okay.
Anything you can grab and put in the cart in 1 minute. Couldn't ask for a better day to skip town.
As for what he does for a living,
And I had a really successful heist earlier.
Juan loves it. After all, he took a leap of faith, leaving behind a job in construction to pursue the world of YouTubing. And with close to 8 million That Was Epic subscribers, it paid off big time.
Well, I knew it was possible, but it was something that was still so unheard of at the time. Like, this was like 10 years ago when I started the channel. Everyone around me, family members, didn't quite understand it, so they thought I was throwing my life away.
Juan says most of the time the reaction is great, and the critique, well, he says it comes and goes. So you don't care about critics? You're going to keep going?
I mean, the more critics, the better. Negative or bad, it's all good publicity.
Yes. What'd your mom and dad say?
As long as you're happy, we're happy.
Yeah.
I'll never forget what my dad said when I did first quit construction. He said, son, don't come back, because if you don't, I know you made it.
Yeah, he made it. Most recently, Juan did take That Was Epic internationally. He ended up in Dublin, Ireland, buying thousands of dollars worth of drinks for anyone who stopped by a local bar. Connect with me on Instagram. There you're going to find more behind the scenes stuff with everybody you just saw on the show. Our show's handle is down below too. Thank you so much for joining us for this Arizona's Family Original. We'll see you again next week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So that's Yetta.
Yetta, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
It really is full circle.
Yeah. And I remember talking to her too. That's.
Do I do all three?
You approve?
Yeah.
All right.
That is cool. Can you send it to me?
Yeah. All right, we're ready.
I wish I had one of those.
It's nice.
Okay,
it's expensive.
Yeah.